Hey there, fellow shooters. Rhadamant here. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Vault Builders, Episode 31, Centipede Target Practice. Next up is going to be Crimson. That's what you guys voted on. So I'm going to have her hop into the pod. And I think what I want to do is a removal cycle. And then a boost cycle. Because that paranoia, you know, is annoying to have to deal with. Misha's wearing heavy armor? Yep. She's wearing marine. Ooh, Masterworks. You getting more skilled? You must. Yeah, I'm not too worried about... Moxie's not wearing heavy armor, but I'm not too worried about the heavy armor. It's not enough of a deal that I care. So with this excavated... Let's add this to the home zone so we clean it up, so it's not gross and nasty. Run a cable out that way, and then get the deep drills installed there, because we're going to need uranium for the rest of the vault. Security. Boy, this is quite the project. Because the ancient vault lights don't stay on during power outages, I can just use regular lights too. I don't really care about keeping it all perfectly ancient lights, because there doesn't seem to actually be an advantage to that. Which is too bad. I kind of wish there was, but it's fine. There we go. So the floodlight should help. And now this uranium is going to help us build the impervious vault walls. And we are done removing all of the water here so that we can have a wall there. So the plan that I have for this is... what I would like to do is have this whole section eventually be improved vault wall. Eventually, I want the entire inside of our vault to be enclosed in vault wall once we have the materials for it, which is going to take a while. But for now, this section I want unbreachable from breachers, because breachers are just constantly going to be annoying if we don't design anti-breach capabilities to the base and security. And in 9 days or so, or like 10.5 days, maybe, we will have like complete perimeter security, or at least all the water drained out, which will be pretty nice. Isn't there a power issue? The ancient lights and the floodlights, the floodlights draw like 500 watts. So there's not really a power issue now. I'm not in a power positive situation at the moment, but that's because our gene tailoring pods are on. And once Crimson's done, I could also like turn off things. I have a lot of things that are turned on that could be shut off. Actually, now that we have uranium, I don't even need the ground pen on. Is there... I'm looking around to see if there's anything big that I could shock and shove in. Not really. Do I have a plan to leave a portion of regular wall to lure breachers? They can be lured by open doors. I don't need to lure them with wall segments that they can damage. Ooh, a new piece of art. It's been a while since I've seen one of those. So we're still deep drilling steel and uranium. Racing through the remainder of the research tree. I'm just like researching anything and everything. We still have plenty of power left in the batteries. They're still above half. Worst case scenario, I could turn off like the neural superchargers and the sleep accelerators, things like that. But I really, truly do not think it will be ultimately an issue. So for constructors, those without passions, I want to not necessarily construct, and the reason for this is it's really expensive to build an improved vault wall, and wasting material would suck. So I'm going to take them off of it. Oh, looking good. So what is the ETA on this vault? 18 days? No real rush. That's nice. Would it be best to have Misha build the vault walls? Maybe, but it's like a chance for a partial refund. It's just not really all that worth it to slow down the pace of the project just for her to do it. That, and she has a construction of 3, so she's honestly more likely to just fail and waste way more materials than to gain materials. I didn't know what skills she had, because you can't, like, when you have the power choice, you can't delay it, which I wish you could. Because had I known she had a construction of 3, I wouldn't even have... I mean, that would have informed your decision a lot more, I think. Oh, this? Oh, no, I did this right. Okay. Alright, for the first version of this, I might not do super vault walls everywhere. Before I commit to this wall, actually, let's go ahead and put in a slug. So if I had like a slug here, let's say here, it goes out to about here. So I would need this wall to continue out this far. Yep. Alright, that'll work. Eventually we can ruggedize this to be like high quality vault level tech. But at least initially, I don't really need that. I can just have it be stonework. Because it's not keeping them out of my base, so it's not a big deal. Dead Meat Gamer, thank you for the resub. And we might as well just put in the slug. So just to, so that you understand the whole design again, the idea is that this is going to be the valid path into the base, right? Because this is all open. Encouraging them to attack through here instead of through here. And when they do that, they meet a lot of turret resistance. So that, you know, any enemies coming to the base just get murdered. And then I have these improved vault walls on the back drop here so they don't, like, this wall doesn't get broken. And the plan is to line this whole section, this area, with improved vault walls eventually, so that there's no way that if I close the door, there's no way that they can get in. There's nothing for them to even attack. They could exit and try to sap in or breach in, but they're more likely to just attack the other side. So that's the intention. And as we gain more resources for even more vault walls, I will I'll task my guys with expanding the vault wall perimeter. The Crimson is almost out. Nice. Oh, you know what? Let's get mending. No longer paranoid. Alright, so this is Crimson's second to last gene cycle. Adding a superpower. Powered stored is getting lower. So I may want to... Oh yeah, we have a Mega Sloth. I'm going to toss that Mega Sloth into our bio battery. Oh, we still have some corpses to get, too. Because worst case scenario, I could turn more of our stuff off. Slag, machining, etc. Just start flicking things we don't need on, off. I'll do that out of concern. Because I don't want to brown out, because that would kill Crimson. And that'd be a really dumb way to die. ETA to next vault timeout? Like 17 days? I literally just checked. Okay, we are in a power positive situation now. Grid excess. So that's good. And in 5.5 days, the moisture pumps will expand and I'll be able to get back 3,000 watts from the oyster pumps, or whatever it is exactly. Now the other thing I might end up doing with this this trap here is like creating another diagonal wall so that enemies are like funneled. It really depends on how they commonly walk. Or alternatively, at the end of this, luring them into a bottleneck here so that they try to hug this wall or something. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I just have to see the attacker's approach to understand their, you know, how they typically attack. And then, of course, remove cover by laying concrete flooring everywhere so that there's no trees for cover. Remove all the slag and chunks. Basically, there's nothing for enemies to do but get shot. What are you shooting at? Oh, the alpaca. IEDs don't discourage people. Enemy do not avoid IEDs. So all it would do would be blasting away holes into our own mountain. They're not helpful. There's not really a functional way to discourage anyone from going hugging the mountain. Typical raids don't consider avoiding IEDs or traps of any sort. They don't avoid anything. And then sapper raids only avoid active turrets, but they're going to avoid this area anyway because it's all already covered by active turrets. And then breacher raids don't avoid anything either. There's not really a lot of ways to sear enemies other than, like, funneling them through kill boxes. Yeah, if there was a better solution, believe me, I would have done it already. There's just not an elegant solution for, like, you know, and probably for the best that the game doesn't really allow you to control the paths that enemies take, because if you could control easily what paths they took, it would definitely make RimWorld a lot easier, that's for sure. Negate the challenge. It's funny, I get a lot of YouTube comments of like, why don't you install X, Y, or Z mod to remove all the challenge out of RimWorld? It's like, why would I do that? I like the challenge. Why would I remove the challenge? And I get like, I don't know, like many comments a week, exactly that. Oh, just, you know, and I don't mind, like, comment away, but I'm always surprised when people suggest, hey, make it easier for no good reason. It's like, what? Why? Like a really good case in point was when I started Frost Wardens, and I got a lot of comments of like, you should re-enable generators. It's like, what? Like, I nearly had an aneurysm. It's like, the whole point is you only have one generator. And I like, my brain couldn't wrap around the concept of, let's just remove the only challenge to this entire series, the whole point of which is to have this specific challenge as a solution. Brain definitely hurt a bit. Well, some of these pumps are full expanded, so I can start breaking them down. Poor travelers. You really don't want to be here right now, because we just had a psychic ship. I'm going to be dealing with the psychic ship in just a minute. Rod, that's an interesting place to be firing. I feel like I should intervene here. How's our meat supply anyway? It's much, much, much better than the way it was. My kill box is in no way ready for like a bunch of psychic ships, but I'll deal with them the old-fashioned way. Hey, you're welcome for all the content. My absolute pleasure. So we are kind of low on Devil Strand. I'll be able to finish this section with the Devil Strand I have available to me, but I'm gonna need to be a little bit more judicious about it. Basically, I need to start growing Devil Strand here again. But pretty soon I'll be able to, as soon as this area is freed up for the ranch. And we're just waiting on the northern kill box to be done so I can free up the southern section for the ranch again. I'm gonna wait until the Rainy Thunderstorm is done to fight these mechs, because rain sucks to fight in. And so that we don't have to keep fetching steel, I'll break down these pumps. So we've got steel right here without having to go run for it. Nice. It is very close to being completely drained. Missed a spot. Did the southern geothermal get constructed? Yeah, a long time ago. And Crimson's out in 5 hours. That's probably... It's also probably wise to wait for her, you know, in terms of the giant psychic ship cluster. Because if someone can make these mechs go poof, it's her. Are they... Okay, so it's a pretty big mix of weapons. Crimson's final power. The left is toxic resistance, and the right is efficient builder. Pretty tame. Not super sexy powers, but that's what we got offered. Anticlimactic? That's okay. She's still very powerful. And it looks like efficient builder it is. I'm gonna wait. What weakness did she get? Hypersensitivity? Pain hypersensitivity. Okay. So she should not get hurt. Got it. I'll eventually remove that, but I want to deal with the psychic ship before then. So the weather's clear, and I'm gonna wait till morning, and we'll fire off the laser warning shot to those guys and get them all blasted. At the moment, the valid path into the base is still here, and I'm going to keep that true so that we route the rest of the mechs through our kill box. Alright, let's do the opening salvo. Everyone's going to be behind the walls. I'm going to change the behind the walls zone a little bit, because these areas are fine, I guess. It's not that necessary to update it. It's not going to give us access to anything sexy or new. But at least we can use the deep drill. Alright, don't fire at will. And... Oh, your invisibility is not a thing anymore. That's okay, I'm out of range. What happened? Oh, you took it off. Okay, I should force that on. Is someone else wearing it? So the deserted declassifier, I don't want to be worn. Let me fix this. I know this is a weird time to fix these things, but... Never wear the declassifier. There's actually one situation where you'd want it if you're attacking like a person of interest, a really important target, because you can get critical intel off of them. But apart from that, I don't ever want to be wearing it. Where did the invis go? Here's the engulfer. Okay. And I'm whittling down their numbers as they chase me. Like you do. And Laser Eyes is almost off cooldown. And the Rod can shoot at them from like really far away because he's a marksman. Oh, of course it's raining. Trying to think of the other powers that could be useful here. I don't really have any other good combat ones. But I'll have Fun Size come join us because he is a, he does have a sniper rifle. Alright, Psychic Shock is almost off cooldown. You're pain hypersensitivity, so I should probably not have Crimson do any more getting shot at. They are down to not so many mechs. There goes another one. This is battle music. And these two are just gonna like whittle down the remainder. Because there's only one more. Oh no, they have some mechs over here. Oh, right, because they're gonna go after the moisture pumps. The moisture pumps are like seconds from expanding, but hey. Everyone else in the base, Rod and Fun Size, you stay there. Everyone else in the base, go north and stop them. That'd be great, thank you. Ah. Alright, Psychic Shock still on cooldown. You broke a moisture pump that I was destroying, so that's cute, but I don't really care. Engage you in melee, and now you get dumped on. You're dead. Now, if I laserized this burner right now, I would end up with a very broken wall, so I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to send my people out. Southern group. You killed it, got it. So we'll go after this one. We're almost done. And we can Psychic Shock that one down too. It's dead. And then these are forced wanderers as a result of having their brains hacked. So the only one we really need to worry about is that one. And I'm going to Psychic Shock it. So we have a bunch of mechs that can be shoved in the bio battery bank. Alright, we're done. That's all threats. This is weaponless, weaponless, all three weaponless. Yep. Cool. Not bad, not bad. Cue them for the battery? There's not really a way to do that. The battery first has to be empty, and there's a fresh Mega Sloth in there, so it's going to take a minute. I might want to actually just kill them, because they're going to cause my people to constantly flee, and that's going to be annoying in the long run. Because, like, watch Fun Size. He'll walk up and then, like, freak out and run away. Plus, I think we'll be stuck with like combat music forever as a result too. Alright, Crimson, let's have you turn on the gene and go in for your pain cycle removal. And there's 3 left on the map tile. So everyone else will rally to go clear out the remaining mech threat. Oh, we rebuilt that. That's... Oh, damn it. Yeah, so this one... Yeah, this one broke too early, and these 2 tiles are... I think what I'll do in this situation, rather than wait for it to expand, is to build 2 new pumps to fix that spot. So, Crimson. Let's have you get rid of that pain sensitivity. Build a box and just shock them and lock them in, have them battery as needed. Yeah, if I needed the power, but I really don't. All I really need to do is get one of those ancient geothermals, or just build a normal geothermal. I mean, normal geothermals are still pumping out about half of what an ancient one does, and it's a lot of power. Power is not really a concern. I'm wasting it like crazy. So after Crimson goes through the gene tailoring, who is next? And just to review, Sapo is 1 power, 0 weakness, Moxie 1-0, Crimson is done. Prof K is going to be 2-0. Rod is 3-1. Fun Size is 2-0. For what it's worth, I think Fun Sized is cannot be killed. He's a zombie. So there is not a failure risk for Fun Sized. It is going to be a little annoying because when he dies, it takes a few days for him to resurrect. But there is there's long-term 0 risk to him in failing. Dagonite is 1-0. Moxie is 1-1. Maxie, sorry. Misha is done, and Venom is 1-1. This is pretty good shooting practice. Leveling up. Rod, where are you at now? And you're also wearing the wrong helmet. You're at 10. Oh, you're almost at 11. Hot damn. Alright, all threats cleared. Nice. And it looks to me like my thumb on the scale, Fun Size will be next. So the way this power works is when you die, as long as your body exists, meaning you don't like burn up or get nuked or whatever, after over the course of the next 3 days, the body will just like resurrect. So if the Gene Tailor cycle kills him, he'll resurrect after 3 days, and if it scars him, I can throw him in a bio battery or a biotuner, biosculptor rather. So basically, no matter what, it can't really fail because it can't do anything that will cause permanent damage to him. He either dies or gets scarred, but both are... his power can overrule both. Yep. That is a mess. Look at this nonsense. So, how are we looking? These walls here, we are lacking... we have the plasteel, we're lacking the uranium. So we're just bottlenecked on uranium. And we are making the first slug turret. Mostly because I just want to see how things approach the kill box. And we are almost ready to move into using the kill box. Because the sensitive walls are like all set to go. There's like no research left for me to do other than getting tech prints. So we have a bunch of things to destroy. So I'm not going to queue up any more construction jobs until they shred what needs to be shredded. Looking pretty good. Power, if you're wondering, is way in excess because I started to cut back on all the excess power that we're using, so there's not really a power issue with keeping the lights on and not browning out. God, I'm so impatient. I really want them to build this. It's taking forever. Just do it already. Get those beautiful vault walls. Really what it is I need whoever is like deep drilling just to not get interrupted. And maybe even to move another deep drill over there to double tap the uranium. One of the nice things about these mech clusters is we're ultimately getting like a pretty decent amount of plasteel just from destroying them. Which is kind of funny. Okay, the moisture pumps are done. Everything needs to be pumped out is pumped out. So now we just need to destroy the wooden walls and wooden floors, dismantling them and replacing them with the appropriate materials. And for the first iteration of this, I'm going to keep this cheaper. This section is going to be vault material, but this section is just going to be stone for cost. I'm surprised I have so many minor break risks. Guess they're wet. You remember in Vultures, people getting malnourished when they fixed the walls? Yeah, so in Vultures, the walls, instead of being invulnerable like they are here, just had incredibly ridiculous hit point pools, which is why they starved themselves, because they would just keep repairing it forever and ever and ever, and you'd have to interrupt and stop them. That isn't the case here, so that is not a concern for us. Because these walls can't be repaired. They can't be harmed in any way. So we're nearly done. Thank you for tuning in to RimWorld Vault Builders, which originally streamed live on Twitch. If you have any feedback or questions for me, let me know in the comments below. If you'd like to catch a live stream of mine, Rhadamant.com has my stream schedule and countdown timers to upcoming streams. If you would like to join my online gaming community on Discord, Rhadamant.com has a link to it, as does the description of this video. Thank you so very much for watching. Special thank you to my Twitch subscribers, Patreon patrons, and viewers like you that support the channel and made it all the way to the credits. Thank you so very much. I hope to catch you next episode or an upcoming stream. Farewell, fellow Empire deserters.